You're scrolling through car listings, dreaming about getting a new ride, but then that nagging voice comes into your head asking, can I really afford this? If this sounds familiar, then this video is for you. As a certified financial planner, I've narrowed it down to 4 simple ratios that you can easily apply to your unique situation so that you can personally determine whether or not you should buy that new car. Today, we're diving into a case study of Jim and Pam. We're going to review their financial health scorecard through Elements to see if they can afford a new car. Think of this like a framework that you can then apply directly to your unique situation. Our first ratio is your savings rate. We start adding up all of your savings and divide them by your gross income. And it's one of the most important factors when it comes to building long-term wealth. And here's why this matters for a car purchase. If you're not already saving between 10 to 20% of your income, adding a car payment on top of that is going to make it very challenging to build wealth for the future. You want to ensure that you're not sacrificing your long-term goals for your short-term wants. As you can see from Jim and Pam's financial health scorecard, their savings rate is 12%. While that's on the lower end of that healthy savings rate range, they could still potentially buy a new car. Now that you know your target savings rate, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some people can upgrade their car every few years without stress, while others feel incredibly financially stretched? The difference often comes down to our next financial ratio, which reveals the critical threshold between financial comfort and financial stress. Your debt rate is the percentage of your gross income that goes toward debt payments each month. Here's what's so fascinating about this number. From my 7 years of experience in having thousands of conversations with people about their money, when your debt rate creeps above 30%, you start to experience substantially more stress and anxiety. It's almost like crossing an invisible line that makes you feel less financially secure. To calculate your debt rate, you add up your monthly debt payments and divide them by your gross income. Now, imagine adding that potential car payment to your current debt. Does this push you above that 30% threshold? If so, it might be a warning sign. For Jim and Pam, adding a $525 monthly car payment, which is the average used car payment according to LendingTree, would increase their debt rate to 31%. Unless they're expecting an income increase soon, or they have a pressing need for this car, it could make their cash flow feel pretty tight. As their advisor, I would want to make sure that they're at least aware of this so that they can make a personal decision that they're comfortable with. Our next ratio is what I call your liquid term. It essentially shows you how many months you could cover your expenses if your income stopped tomorrow. This ratio adds up your cash and your brokerage accounts and divides them by your spending. It's similar to an emergency fund, but it also factors in other things besides just cash that you can quickly access, like a brokerage account that you might have at Robinhood, Fidelity, E-Trade, etc. A car purchase impacts your liquid term score in 2 ways. First, the down payment you use to purchase this new car reduces the cash you have on hand, as well as increases the spending denominator because of your new monthly car payment. As we can see, Jim and Pam are right on the bubble with a 0.3 liquid term score. They have exactly 3 months of spending saved up, but we haven't yet factored in a down payment for this new car. They probably don't want to use too much of their cash reserves on a down payment because we want to ensure that they still feel financially secure. And once their savings drops below 3 months, it could cause them financial anxiety. But there's an even deeper level to consider, which brings me to the most overlooked ratio that very few people talk about when it comes to buying a new car, is what I call your total term score. This is your entire net worth divided by your annual spending. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with a car purchase? Because it helps show you whether or not you're on track to become work optional, which is a better way to think about retirement. Let me show you how to calculate this for your situation. You start by adding up everything that you own, your assets, things like your bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts, house, etc. Then add up all of your debt balances. Things like your student loans, credit cards that you're carrying a balance on from month to month, personal loans, etc. You then subtract these two to get your net worth. Then you divide your net worth by your annual spending. While there's not a perfect range that this should be in, here's a chart that serves as a helpful guideline. For example, if you're in your late 30s with a total term score of 2, you might be behind on your long-term financial goals. And cars, which are typically depreciating assets, won't help you build wealth. As you can see, Jim and Pam have a total term score of almost 5. While this is on the lower end of that range, it's close enough where it shouldn't be the only consideration as to whether or not they should buy this car. And for a bonus tip that goes beyond these important financial ratios, ask yourself this. What's the purpose of me buying this car? Is it simply to get from point A to point B? Maybe you have a passion for cars and you like upgrading every few years. Or potentially your neighbor just bought a new car and you want to signal that you're successful too. Understanding your unique reasoning for purchasing a car can steer you in the right direction as well. So if Jim and Pam absolutely need a safe and reliable car, I think that they could make it work. They would just need to be mindful of the increase to their debt rate, not put too much down, and have a plan to increase their savings rate over the next few years. So there you have it, the 4 essential financial ratios to help you you determine whether or not you can truly afford that new car. If you'd like personalized guidance to gain clarity on your finances, click the link in the description for a free financial health checkup, and I'll send you a personalized video addressing your unique situation. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more practical money insights from a certified financial planner. And drop in the comments, which financial ratio surprised you the most?